As the great gazelle from Zootopia said, oh, 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 try everything, oh, 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 oh. And I can't sing it because of copyright. You know what song I'm talking about. And so we shall. But in all seriousness, I have come to the realization, I guess, even though I feel like it's been in me all along, but I'm saying it out loud because I'm trying to manifest it to come to me through the wisdom of friends, family, and my boyfriend, of course. I'm trying / doing everything I can while I'm still young, while I'm still new in my career. And even if you aren't, even if you are 30 years into a career, you can still try new things and be successful. So this is what I'm doing. Whether it's going to be a deviation in my career, a new hobby, a new workout routine, making new friends, or going on a vacation, like something new in life, trying new things, doing new things, going new places, it's all worth it. And of course it is, because that's the whole point of life, is to have experiences with the people you love, coming out of your comfort zone. It's all experiences that we share together, whether it's in person or not. We share the same experiences of trying and doing new things. Now, some of these things, like a new hobby or a new workout routine, are relatively easy when it comes to committing to it in the moment. Staying consistent is a whole different thing, but that's not what we're talking about today. All these things around me are relatively easy when you are trying it in the moment, because they are temporary things to fill up your free time or reward you for all the hard work you've done. It's easy, if you have the means, to go on vacation. Now, all the things that lead up to the trip are difficult. Planning, having the funds, all those things are difficult things. But actually going on the trip, like if someone paid for you to go on vacation, it would be easy. You know, it'd be easy for you to just hop on a plane and go. Unless you're scared of planes, then maybe get some help for that. And none of these things have to be big things. You know, you don't have to go on a crazy trip to Egypt and go see the Great Pyramids of Giza, and you don't have to do your new workout routine as the 75 hard. Not everything has to be this grand excursion or change. We can find joy in the small changes we make to better our lives. Your new workout routine could be incorporate 10 to 15 minutes of stretching or yoga. Or your trip for the year, or trip of the day, if you have a random off day, can be go to your local park or local national park or anywhere that's like within an hour's drive, or even make a day trip out of it. If you have a place that is 2 to 3 hours drive away and you have the means to go, why not? Maybe you'll find a trail that you've never been on before. You might meet people that you've never met before. Be safe. Number one, always be safe, but it's always fun to experience new things. However, it is hard to try everything in your career. You need a steady job to pay your bills. Employers look at you sideways if you've had more than 2 jobs within a year, or if you frequently job hop, or if you're like me and you just graduated high school or college, doesn't matter, middle school even, I don't know. Some people have this realization early on in life. It's even harder to say yes to opportunities both within and outside your career because you don't know where to go. You don't know if you want to stay in this career that you have currently built for yourself, or if you want to take a leap and try something new. I first graduated high school wanting to be a zoo veterinarian, and now I'm looking into becoming a teacher. And even being a teacher, when I get to that point, I feel like I want more than just one job title. You know what I mean? I don't think, and I said this in my last video, I don't think humans are built to do one thing and one thing alone. And though none of us do, I'm personally talking about career-wise. Like, ideally, in my career, I want to have multiple streams of income from multiple things I like to do. And sure, that could be being a teacher to have a steady income and have benefits, but then, I'd have the summers off. So I could be a camp counselor. I could go try and bartend. I could do other, even though I don't, It's so annoying. I was literally talking to my boyfriend about this because I would so be a bartender at a fun or fancy restaurant. However, I don't want to work Fridays and weekends because that's when, of course, everybody goes out is Fridays and weekends. But you know what? I want to go out Fridays and weekends. So what about me? Like, you know what I mean? And for those who do it, all the power to you. Probably make bank. Okay. Wish it could be me. But I do enjoy my Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And maybe Thursdays. People do go out on Thursdays and Tuesdays. So I don't know. I really wish the main going out days, though, were Monday through Thursday, because that would be great. Okay, before I start becoming inspirational, let me give you some hacks on how to hop jobs without being a red flag for employers. Do not tell this to your employer, okay? Do not share this video with your employer. Okay, I'm trying to teach you how to job hop without looking like you job hop, because on a resume it is customizable. You can customize your resume, your cover letter, anything to what you want to show a future employer. First, starting off, our trustworthy Wendy Liu from work.chon.com says, an effective resume provides insight to relevant experiences and accomplishments. Therefore, you do not need to include information on every employer you have ever worked with in the past. Determining what to include and what to leave out requires asking yourself these questions. Is this job or this experience that you're putting on your resume relevant to the hiring employer, and is there enough experience gained to showcase me in a positive light? Other things to factor in is to include how long you were employed by your employer, the length of time you were employed, and your reason for departure if you did leave. So most of the time when they ask my reason for departure, I just say I wanted to switch careers or I got another opportunity. Like, you don't have to be specific, being like, this job sucked, my employer was a narcissist. Like, you don't have to say all that. For example, on my resume, when I jumped from being a kennel technician at a dog boarding and daycare facility to a professional pet grooming assistant, I said I wanted to switch careers to be more involved in the pet grooming industry, or I wanted to jumpstart my career as a pet groomer. So that was my reason for leaving. I wanted to become a pet groomer was my reason for leaving. If you are job hopping from one similar position to another, you can nitpick things like, oh, I really enjoyed my time at X company, but Y company has a mission that I love, or Y company helps me further my career in blank that X company didn't do for me. You know, like, become very creative for how you will explain yourself, okay? If you look at the definition of a resume, it is a brief written account of personal, educational, and professional qualifications and experience. So this could literally be volunteer, personal ventures. You know, if you want to become a video editor, but you have no formal employment video editing experience, then you can, do the work. Like, don't lie in your resume, but say that you did X amount of hours of personal training. Like, say you have become proficient in Adobe. There are no legal requirements for what you can and cannot include on a resume. So it's literally yours to decide what goes on and what does not go on. Okay. So now that we know how to cater our resume to whoever we want, and you can look this up, literally Google resume builder, or you can use websites that help you describe duties for different roles. Like, you can literally Google like duties of kennel technician, and websites will give you a list of what you did, and then just change it to be in your own words. Think for yourself, sheeple. I'm on the bed, so don't mind me if it's like shaking. Okay, I wanted a nice background, and the background at my desk is my boyfriend's gaming setup, so we're not doing that. Now that we know how to change a resume, so this is like, I guess, the template if you're trying to try everything, okay? Build your resume, find a flexible job that will help you pay the bills while you still can do other things. Okay? So this can be a part-time or full-time job, and then you can switch it depending on when you get your next opportunity. Okay? So this needs to be a job that you can shorten to 1 to 2 days a week at minimum, because you at least have to work 1 day a week to keep a job. Okay? Let's be real. And then when you don't have opportunity, you can hop this job up to 4 to 5 days a week, or if they're open on the weekends, 6 days a week, whatever you need, So I have compiled a list of jobs that I would look into to be complementary towards what I actually want to do in life. So these are jobs that can offer tuition assistance or scholarships. Okay, there's jobs out there that will give you scholarships or pay for you to go to college. And I didn't know this when I was applying in high school, and I wish I did, because it might have changed what I did. It might have changed the trajectory of my life. So maybe someone else can see this, and it will change the trajectory, of their life. So if you're interested in college, going to college, getting a higher education, and you don't want to compromise your bank account or your parents' bank account, if you can have a corporation pay for it for you, because we all hate big corporate America, but might as well work for them and take advantage of it. Just a note, if a company is going to pay for your tuition, they are probably going to require that you keep a certain GPA. This is probably going to be 3.0 or higher. So just make sure you're reading the terms and conditions, read the fine print, always read the fine print, okay, for everything, because you need to know what you're signing, you need to know what you're signing up for. I'm going to list them on the screen, but I'm also going to say them aloud in case you can't see, I guess, or you're listening to this video. Barista, waitress, busboy, hostess, fast food places that don't suck, like sandwich shops. I worked at Potbelly. That was perfectly fine. Like, sure, the lunch rush sucked, but you're always going to have a rush during breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We want to have a supplementary job, but we don't want to hate our supplementary job. We want to be able to stand it. A kennel technician. If you love animals, you get to play with animals all day as a kennel technician. Front desk at literally any office job. Doctor's office, dentist, veterinarian, waxing nail place. You can always do freelancing. Work at a grocery store. Groceries are expensive, so maybe that'd be nice to have a discount on them. You can do DoorDash or Uber Eats. You can work in retail. Kind of sucks. I worked at Marshall's. Not the best job, but it wasn't terrible. Any blank associate job. Sephora, Mac, Ulta, JCPenney, Macy's, thrift stores, car, boats, any other vehicle you're interested in. Now, for our dreamers that are looking for a 2 to 4 year degree and they don't want to pay for it. This is for you. This is for you. Research, first of all, and read the fine print, because this is a video just listing. I'm listing things. I haven't even read because I can't do any of these anymore. I already got my 4-year degree, and I don't know if they pay for it again. Research jobs that pay for tuition or offer scholarships and get a degree in a general field that can be applied to anything. So if you're trying to have different experiences, have different jobs, but you're a science person, get a degree in biology. You can do literally anything with a degree in biology. And then while you're in college, there are clubs, professional fraternities that you can get involved in. If you love agriculture, you can get into the agricultural frat. If you love business, you can get into the business frat. And business is also a very general major. So biology, business, communications, information technology, finance, and computer science, I would say, are very general majors that you can do a lot of things with. I know a lot of colleges, they are also adding AI. So if you are afraid that AI is going to take place of your job, you can get a degree in AI and learn how to use AI to complement your knowledge, not to replace your knowledge. Here are some places where they will pay for your college / offer scholarships, because we can't all be winners. So Starbucks, if you're a full-time worker at Starbucks, they partner with Arizona State University and they pay for your college. Chick-fil-A. Now, this might be a fast food chain that sucks to work at, because I've never seen a Chick-fil-A that is not busy multiple times a day with cars lapping around it. But everyone who works there is very nice. So obviously they got a system down where even though it is high volume, they can handle high volume. High volume. My gosh. And then using this website, I'm putting it somewhere around here. This is the source that I used to list these other 20 jobs that either, or 20 companies, sorry, my bad, that either pay for your degree or offer scholarships so you don't have to go into debt for a career you love. Amazon. Okay, big note. I know that they lay off a lot of people all the time, but if you worked at AWS, I have heard through the grapevine that if you work at AWS, they treat you well, and then if you work for regular Amazon, they don't treat you well. So I don't know, take that with a grain of salt, please. Look into it, find people, talk to your Amazon driver when they come drop off the package maybe and say, how do you like working there? Do you get benefits? You know, like, I don't know, talk to them. I know they're probably busy, but I'm sure they can have a sentence or two. Target, Chipotle, Boeing, JBS Foods, Walmart and Sam's Club, Papa John's, Discover, Lowe's, Fidelity Investments, Verizon, T-Mobile, Disney, Tyson Foods, CVS,
Pilot,
and Flying J, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Capital One, Gap Incorporated, or Inc. Look into those, secure a job. I know it sucks right now. I'm trying to. I'm literally applying for jobs right now. It's hard out here, guys, okay? All is said and done. Now you have secured a job. Thinking in the future, say I will secure a job. Manifest, 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 okay? We have secured a job where we can easily change our hours or easily get a degree or scholarship through. Maybe not easily. Nothing is easy. Let me tell you that. Nothing is easy. But we're going to say it's easy because then we can believe it's easy. Therefore, we can do it. Okay? So think deeply about what you want to do right now. Not what you may want to do in the future or what your parents told you to do. What would make you excited to jump out of bed and go to work every day or most days, you know, because not every day is the happiest. I'm ready. Like, it's not the most happiest SpongeBob day. Okay, I get it. But what would make you happy and excited to get out of bed and go to work right now? You may really want to be a game designer or an artist or a scientist or own your own business. Now that you have a job that will help pay for your life and bills, you can now do an internship, you can volunteer on the weekends, or get another part-time job and reduce your hours. Do what you need to do that this is a complimentary job, or you can easily go from full-time to part-time. Okay. And I know it's easier once you work there because then you can actually talk to real people and you know your manager and you're like, hey, manager, I need to reduce my hours. I got another job, you know, and only say this when you actually secure the other job. Do not tell anybody. Do not tell any manager that you are looking for another job. That's how you get fired, baby. Okay. That is how you get fired. I live in a right to work state, so I can quit on the spot anywhere and they can fire me on the spot anytime. Okay, so volunteer, part-time job, internship at a place of employment that makes you excited. So this could be a zoo, model part-time for a local photographer. Everybody has the world at their fingertips. If you were saying, hey, I want a game design, what are entry-level positions for game design? Or how can I volunteer my time at a game designing company? Or, you know, do whatever you need to do. Especially for like these abstract jobs, because I have no idea. You probably have no idea. Google it. DuckDuckGo it. I use DuckDuckGo. We are able to do this because we still have our initial job to support us financially. Yay! And now we can go and look for other things to fill up our time and maybe discover a new love and passion for XYZ. I don't know. You're going to have to journal on it. You're going to have to figure it out. I can't be the one to figure it out for you. I'm just here to inspire you to want more in life and not think, oh, I used 8 years of my time and my money or my parents' money, and I'm in crazy debt to be a doctor, but now I don't want to be a doctor. Well, first of all, baby, get yourself out of debt and be that doctor, you know, and then, you know, it kind of sucks because there's so many things that are like pulling us down that to get where we need to go, it takes time and it sucks. But if You have the time and the energy and the willpower to get yourself to a better place and do what you need to do to get there. That's all I'm saying. And that's what I'm trying to do. At this time, I'm going to ask you to put any other device away that isn't streaming this video, I guess, and grab a pen and paper and write down your dreams in life. What are your bucket list goals? And these don't have to be bucket list places. I feel like when people think of a bucket list, they're like, I want to go to Peru, I want to go to Italy, and that those can obviously be there. It's your bucket list, not mine. I'm just saying, like, bucket list things you want to do. So my bucket list would be have a classroom of my own and have students who appreciate me and I can be a mentor, because like that's what I kind of want right now. Write down what you want to do, write down where your ideal life would be, what you would be doing, all the things. You can make some or all of these happen, maybe not all at the same time, but I'm pretty sure most things are possible for you. If you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you can do it, baby girl. You can do it. You want to travel? Work for a traveling company. I was at the All Things Go festival, which is in Columbia, Maryland, even though it says DC. It's not in DC, but whatever. And they had a yerba mate stand, and the associates, I don't know if they're associates, but the ambassadors, that's the correct word. The ambassadors for yerba mate were telling me and my friend how yerba flies them out to different music festivals, and they get to enjoy music festivals for free because they're doing a booth for yerba mate. Okay, that sounds like a fun job, okay? Me and my friend were literally like, I'm about to quit my job and work for yerba. What? Looking to be a voice actor or an on-camera actor? Look into small artists in your area that need actors, or just Google voice acting job listings and then find what you like, submit a billion recordings of yourself, be in your closet so you're in a nice soundproof type room, and just hope something pulls through. Let's all do some rejection therapy, okay? And you don't need to make content about it to do it. We can live our lives separate from the internet and add our experiences to a good old-fashioned resume. Gain experience in and outside your field. Learn new things. Find what makes you happy. Plan for that happiness. Plan for your happiness and put it into action. You've watched this video. Now go do it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.